What's up, y'all? What's going on? Rich with Live Phone Dashion K9, the foundation. And look, man, this video is mostly for me to pause, stop, slow down, and kind of process some of my thoughts from this trip and what the plans are and the strategy for my program. And this trip has been very eye-opening for me. I was able to meet a very well-known breeder here in the Canary Islands, and I've been trying since I've been coming here to meet him. At one point, the guy had like 120 presses, and people here know him, and Canarians have never been to his property. He's just a very private guy that loves to breed, so that was a very interesting thing. And to see a lot of my Canarian friends, I mean, to me, that's more than anything. Like the friendship and the culture and the things that they're able to teach me and educate and show me about their culture is really impressive, and it's attractive, and it makes me want to sell my property, my home and everything in Louisiana and move to the Canary Islands. The thing would be, would I pick Gran Canaria or Tenerife? I know that answer, but I'm not going to say it this time because it's actually something that I may venture to do. I'm a little outside the box thinker. But shifting gears a little bit, let's talk about dogs for a moment. I'm here to purchase a female dog, and I've been I've been waiting my time and my turn to purchase a dog from Damien. And Damien and I have been friends for 3 to 4 years now. And just a little backdrop on who he is. Damien has been breeding presses and had a presser his entire life. 50-something-year-old man. His father bred pressers, his grandfather bred pressers, so he's actually a third-generation Presser Canario breeder. That means something. I mean, that means a lot when it comes to knowing the dog, knowing the history of the dog, knowing what the dog's used for, the functionality of the dog, just knowing everything in the history and living what this breed is about, what it was made for, what's changed, what's not changed, what's real, what's fake. Like, when you buy from breeders that's been doing this breed their entire life, and especially third-generation breeders, the conversations are different. The conversations provide so much substance and understanding of what the breed really is and what it's meant, and things that you may see on the internet or Facebook, or somebody in America told you one thing because they heard it from somebody else, and it's like a third or fourth story passed down, and we know how that works out. And then, but you have no choice but to believe it because you read it on Facebook or the internet, or John Doe told you has been breeding and dealing with press for 15, 20 years that's here in America. Listen, I don't knock anybody. I never talk about anybody's program, but I would tell you this. The time I've taken to come here, as many times as I have, I've learned so much in the last 4 years about this breed. I don't care how long you've been breeding pressers. It does not make you a better Presser Canario breeder. It does not make you more knowledgeable about the breed. It doesn't. No different than in sports. Just because an NBA player been playing in the NBA for 10 to 15 years doesn't mean they're better than that rookie that's coming straight out of high school or straight out of college. It doesn't mean that. And the same thing happens in this dog world. Like, I'm invested. Like, I'm invested emotionally first, because I love the breed, and then I'm invested because this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm super competitive. Like, that ain't always a good thing, but I'm very competitive, and I like to be the best of the best, and that's why I'm here buying dogs from the best of the best. That's what I'm doing, you know. And not to say anything like there are bad dogs in America, because there are some good dogs in America. There's some good breeders in America. And my boy that actually like mentors me and guides me and is a friend of mine, like, the dude is a badass freaking Presser Canario breeder and has some amazing dogs, and he know who he is. Very low-key guy. But he has mentored me in a way that I could never, ever truly thank him, but he knows I'm very thankful for the relationship. But man, back to these dogs. So I came to look at one, and there's three that I can't really decide on. So I've kind of narrowed it down to two and kind of one, and tomorrow morning I'm going to make my final decision, and I'm going to go to Damien's house and look at the two dogs again and just kind of run through some different temperament tests on them and see what I think about the dogs and make my final decision. But I'm going to tell you, man, outside of the dogs, this has been an amazing trip for the scenery and the zen moments, swimming in the natural pools. I mean, just ingrained in the true Canarian culture is really amazing. I feel blessed and gifted to be able to do this. It's been awesome. But I'm gonna stay sticking to dog stuff because I can get on the Canary Islands as a culture and with this place and how truly special it is. But I'm gonna talk about the dogs for a few more minutes. Currently, I have 14 dogs. I believe I either have 13 or 14. It's to be 14 or 15. That's how many dogs I have. But I'm in the process of where I have some young dogs and I have some dogs that's coming in season. And I don't choose to have 4, 5, 6 litters a year. That's just not my deal. That's not my jam. I'm not into the breeding side for money. A lot of y'all know I train dogs, and that's how I provide my income for myself. I also own a raw dog food company, and that's how my dogs eat some of the most nutritious value food that they can eat, because I own a raw dog food company, and that's expanding, and we'll talk about that. But I'm trying to give you guys some transparency on my program, and I think that a breeder should be transparent. You should be able to see my kennels and how my dogs live. I'm asking a higher value of money for my dogs than most Presa Canario breeders, and I ask for a reason, because you get more with me, and you know what you got. It ain't no question. We can talk about the pedigrees. We can talk about the importance in the dogs and the pedigrees that has something to do with the history of the breed. That's not the same names that you hear from dogs here in America. Like, we can talk about it, and it's a different conversation. The health testing, these dogs that I'm getting, I say dogs, but I may come back with 2, I don't know yet. But both parents, hips and elbows been tested, scored an A. The breeder can show me that. When people come and buy a dog from me, I can show you, hey, this is what your dog parents' hips and elbows been tested at. It doesn't mean that your dog can't develop hip dysplasia, because it can. And the way that works is it's 70% genetics, so I test the parents, and it's 30% environmental. So how the dog is raised, what type of floor they're on, the slippery, are they up and down stairs? Like, it's different things environmentally that you can do to make a puppy develop hip dysplasia. Overfeeding them. When I see people that say, my dog is 7 months and weighs 95 pounds, 100 pounds, I'm like, man, it ain't none of my business because it ain't my dog, but you could be putting that dog at a high risk of having hip dysplasia by him being at such a heavy weight at a young age. So just be careful on that tip, man. But on the dog for that I'm gonna choose tomorrow, man, I'm really excited because the length is there, the structure is there, the temperament is there, the head shape and structure is there. Like, I can really close my eyes and pick either one of the 3 dogs, actually 4 dogs. I can pick, I can just go and be happy and be satisfied. But tomorrow is the day, and again, this message is to say, hey, more than anything, I appreciate the Canarian people. I appreciate you guys as my followers. Without y'all in a combination, my program would be nothing. So this is an appreciation message for me to say thank you. I appreciate when you guys share and like my posts. The sharing part helps a lot because it helps me be able to get in front of more people. Y'all know that works, so I can help and share more about the breed because it ain't about me. And that's why I say get you a Presa. I don't say get you a Presa from La Fundashi and K9. Get you a Presa. Like, it's an amazing breed. I think this is one of the greatest breeds in the world. So get you a Presa. And if it's ever anything I can do to help, to educate, to assist, whether you bought your dog from me, you have a lifeline to call, depending on what the situation is. I mean, I stay extremely busy, so I try to make time for everybody, but I take care of my clients first. And then if you have some simple questions, something I can answer for you real quick, I'll do that for you. So don't be afraid to reach out. I'm a very personable person, and I enjoy to help people, but don't abuse the help, but I'll help you. But anyway, man, tomorrow's a big day. I'll update you guys. I'll give you a recap, let you know what I decided. But you already know what it is. Get you a presser. Cut!